Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
We're back! Did you miss us on Saturday? Well, hopefully you didn't miss us because you were at full bloom. Hey everyone! Mary Ann, Jackie, Jocelyn is in the house. I see Helen. Who else is here? I see a lot of people. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Good to see everyone. Thanks so much for showing up. Carla's in the house. There's my girl Allison. Catherine, Lily, Joanne, Jane. I am telling you what, did we have a great time on Saturday or what? It was really fab. I thought we had a great time. I thought everything was just right. It was a day of just rightness. You know, it was a day of just rightness. The day flew by, didn't it? It went just so fast. There's Teresa, Corliss, Margot, Martha. Hello. Really glad to see you all. And a lot of you were there on Saturday. And you know, there's nothing like being at an event live, but the second best thing is at least going and getting it. So I'm letting you know right now in advance, you have 1 day left to go purchase it. If you have not done this, and you know, we've been getting testimonial after testimonial of people saying this is exactly the thing that I needed to hear at the time, and I hope so. We put a lot of time and a lot of prayer and a lot of everything into it, all of us here at Saving Dinner, and it was all for you. And I hope you have an opportunity to go and get your full bloom on. Go to savingdinner.com/bloom. That will tell you what the event was all about, and then that's your opportunity to purchase the ticket. You will get a virtual swag bag with it as well, but you won't get the real, the hardcore swag bag. That was for our participants, and that's all gone. But we still have everybody. We want you to participate anyway, and I think you will get something out of it. Check it out, savingdinner.com/bloom. So much fun. Vicki, wasn't it? We had a good time. Thank you, Lucy. She said it was great too. We really, we all connected heart, mind, body, and soul. That's what it's all about. That's what we have the Daily Dish for every single day. That's why we do the things that we do. We love, and by the way, if you have something that you'd like to let us know how it hit you, if you have a nugget that just landed just right, or a testimonial that you even want to give, you can send them in to us at support@savingdinner.com, because, you know, we love it when we love to hear how we're serving, you know, because that's what we do. And we just, you light us up when you do that kind of thing too. Our supplement of the week is a multivitamin. Amy, hello, Darla. There she is. Flynn was one of our hot seats, and she was just fantastic. Vicki, all of you. You were just, you know, and the thing is that when we come in and we have an opportunity to chat with each other and play full out and do everything, I mean, come on. That's the thing. That's where we really get connected. And you know what? I'm going to just say this, that we have to do this for our own sanity. We have to do this so that we can be a part of each other. And this is how we do better. You know, it is true that the rising tide does lift all the boats. So when we're all together, it just makes it all incredible. Hi, Beverly. Ann is in the house. Sammy's here too. Sarah, you good? Oh my goodness. Sarah she was one of our hot seats. She took a nap. I'm so glad. Didn't it refresh? I took a nap yesterday too. I just sacked out on the couch for a little bit. Saturday really, you know, it is the most wonderful thing. But at the very end, you know, I leave it all on the dance floor, and I was just like, you know, and then my son came, and yeah, we stayed up a little bit and had some fun times. Anyway, multivitamin. Take advantage of that. That is our supplement of the week. With it, You're also going to get 2 little ebooks, okay? One is called How to Be Your Own Nutritional Guru. I wrote this because this is an empowerment book for you to understand that it's not just about somebody saying, you need to do this diet. It's about somebody saying, you are unique. You can figure this out yourself. And here are some of the tools. And does this work for you or does this not? Because I really hate it when people just like slap a bandage on it. I mean, the thing that we have to understand is, yes, there are opportunities, and yes, there are times where we understand that, you know, a donut is never going to be a nutritional home run, right? We got that part. But the rest of it, there's a lot of room for figuring it out and being connected with yourself so that you know what it's all about. So check it out at savingdinner.com/show. This is how you get extra goodies that you can't find anywhere else. You're also going to get the rubber chicken recipe ebook, which is just basically make one meal and stretch them all out. We've got a bunch of other recipes on that. Okay, savingdinner.com/show. That's where we hide these. Yes, it is a back to basics. And that's what we're talking about all this week, because 1 week from today, we sprint again. Now, I just want to say this, and those of you who've been with us for a while, and there's Susan and Angie. Hi. I'm just seeing all my lovelies here. It's so fun to see you all. You know that we start with the sprint because what we're talking about here is fueling your life. You know, we all need food, but we also need, and we do need to be honoring of our nutritional, you know, differences and what have you, but we also need to understand that sometimes we've got a fire, you know, on board, and we got to start there. So obviously I want you to savingdinner.com/sprint. It's what we call the Hot Milk Sprint Hub. Okay. That's where you're going to find the webinar. The webinar is there and it's on demand. You can watch it. Everything in there, there's sequential, everything in there. There's links there so you can buy your basic sprint kit if you choose to go that route. Everything is there. And I'm really inviting you to do this because that's where you're going to get the guide. That's where you're going to get everything. And that's where you're going to see that this is the starting gate. You know, this is where we start. And the reason we start with this is because this is what fuels our lives. To get off the carousel of crazy means that we're understanding that if we're going to feed ourselves inflammatory food and do that, it's going to mess with our brain function, and it's also going to mess with the way we feel. And if we don't feel well, we can't do well. We can't live a vibrant life. We can't do the next level thing, you know, all of that. There's Jennifer too. I didn't see you. Hi, Mary, Doris. Good to see you guys. So you can find that at the show, savingdinner.com/show. You can also find the mindful mug at savingdinner.com/mug. And the mug is basically a mindful tool that will help bring you back to the center, where we always have to start from center. You know, and you'll see in the Take Back Your Life, in the Full Bloom conference, workshop, hot seats, all the things that we did, you know, that was the whole thing. Is we started with a meditation, we ended with a meditation, because it is all about nurturing and loving our beautiful selves, the part of us that we disconnect with so much, the part of us that's connected with God and ourselves and our higher self. And all of that. It was pretty yummy. So I'm just inviting you to just go check everything out, because we've got a lot of stuff going on here. Also, here's the new quote of the week. We have one life to live, just one. Why aren't we running like we're on fire toward our wildest dreams? This is one of the best quotes ever. It's an anonymous quote. And yeah, why aren't we? We've got one shot. We talked about that in Full Bloom. And, you know, As You Wish, Buttercup, remember that one? This was the whole thing, that this is it. This is it. When we understand that we've got one shot, when we understand that this is the life that we have, every day is an opportunity to get one step closer to the level up that we want to live, isn't it? Susan might be right. She says, isn't sprint week in 2 weeks? Next week is zone 1 and Fly Lady Kitchen is 2 weeks from today. All right. Well, I don't know. Maybe we're going to illegally sprint, but we have it on our calendar for May 3rd. We'll double check. We'll double check on that. Anyway, that's going to mess up my week because I'm still going to stay with this is my theme of the week is back to basics. And back to basics is feeding yourself so that you can fuel your life the way you want to. That's what I'm looking at. So the other thing is I wanted to say, everybody who's a full bloomer, you were also given a special code. Please don't post it, by the way, in the chat. But you were given a code for 10% off on the site on anything. So with the exception of our journals, which I'll talk about here in a minute, but I just want to remind you, use your code, because when it's over, and you can write in and say, oh, I forgot to use my code. And I'm going to say, well, sorry, you've got a week. Hi, Mimi. I'm so glad you found it amazing. And Saturday, Juanita loved Saturday too. Yes. Yeah, we are going to detox on, I think it's May 9th, or I think that's the webinar, and I think we start the following week. I don't know. It's on the calendar. This was the big item. This is now available and open in the store. Now, when I say available, I say available, okay? Go to savingdinner.com/journal if you're interested in Take Back Your Life journal and workshop, which is on May 15th from 10 a.m. Eastern to noon, okay? And I'm going to show you how to use this journal, how to create 12-week goals so that you can start getting your dreams into alignment with your goals, you know? Oftentimes we think of our dreams as just wish lists and it's never going to happen and we dismiss them. But if we are present, accountable, and doing things and having it all the time in our face and part of our daily work, things happen. My house is a result of this. My house is a result of that exact thing. Every single day, every single night, every single thing. So Take Back Your Life journal is available. We ran out on Saturday. And those of you who bought them, I told you on Saturday, first come, first serve. And I thought, we'll have plenty. Well, we are now in a back order situation. I say that, however, they are coming back, and Jenny and I were, chit-chatting away on Sunday, and we ordered a whole heck of a lot more. So they are on the way, and they will be in, but they're going to, take a little time. So those of you who are here now and you're saying, I wasn't there Saturday, but I'm interested in this Take Back Your Life, go ahead and order them. It's just going to take a minute. And you have the opportunity to order 1, 2, or 4 so that you have them for the entire year. And everybody who orders them, I'm signing them right here on this page. You'll have a signature and it will be personalized to you. We have a stack of them. We've completely, our ping pong table is all about Take Back Your Life journals. And I'm just letting you know, if you want to get in on that and get on the signed journal and get in on the workshop, now's the time to order. savingdinner.com/journal. Get on it. All right, and there's a quote deck around here somewhere, but I can't find it. We have the quote decks too. We're flying out the door. That's at savingdinner.com/quote, where you see quotes like this. I don't know where mine is. Oh, there it is. It's right over here. I'll just show it to you just in case you haven't seen it. But you get this little stand, which is really cute, a little easel for one of these quotes. And there's 53, 57 of these, and they're fabulous. And you put it on here. Let it do its work. I'm not explaining it very well today, but I feel like it's time to get on. Sarah said she'd buy a lifetime's worth of the Take Back Your Life journals, except she knows that there will be a new edition. She's absolutely right. There will be at some point. Here's the thing of having a small woman-owned company. When I have a woman come to me and she says, it'd be a little bit better if you had this, or a little bit better, especially when she's wonderful. And, it's just like, well, that's a really good idea. Let's do that. And so that's how things got better. And of course, Amber completely knocked it out of the park. I mean, it is beautiful. Not only the daily planner pages, the fact that it lays flat now on your desk, and there's quotes in here. Like, here we go. Here's one. A nice quote. Our deepest fear is that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. All of the things. When you get this, you're just going to flip your lids. Sorry. It's just going to flip it. So even though I'm telling you right now, it's going to take probably about 10 days to get it, still get it, because still we are getting ready for the May 15th workshop, and I want you there. And the other thing is, if it's not here in time, we're going to do a second class and we will do it live, okay? Because I think it's really important for that dynamic to be able to ask your questions and all of that. So we're going to do that. We are sprinting at some point, apparently, maybe not next week, but we might be doing an illegal sprint because I do believe we are starting. I'll have to go through. Yeah, I've got all my stuff over here. I'm not going to look at my schedule, but this is the most important thing that I can say is when I'm talking about getting back to basics, I'm just talking about the fuel for our lives. I'm going to talk about the sprint a little bit because, I always just take it like, yeah, we're all sprinters and yeah, everybody knows everything about this. But you know what? I'm going to tell you, this is something that I have found is the minute that you think everybody knows and everybody understands, that's the minute when you need to stop and explain things. Have you noticed that? And stop and explain things. Okay, the sprint should be May 10th. Okay, it is. Okay, okay. Who cares? How about we sprint 2 weeks in a row? Anyone? I mean, I need it. Pinkies up if you want to sprint with me for 2 weeks in a row. We'll start next week. We'll legally sprint on next week, and then we'll start again on May 10th. Whatever. But I will tell you, on May 13th, which is my birthday, I will be drinking wine. Sprint or no sprint. Sprint wine. Maybe. I don't know. You got it on your birthday. All right, so I want to talk about why we are sprinting. There's my girls. There are my sprinters. Look at them all. We all need it, don't we? The 10th is your birthday, Lucy? Of course it is, right by mine. Isn't that so much fun? 2 weeks, and take the 13th off and sprint with me. Have a birthday champagne. There you go. Absolutely. Wine is hydration, and wine came from water, right? And grapes. And grapes have resveratrol in it. There you go. Anyway, why sprint? Why sprint instead of say, the keto diet or whatever? Now, I explain this in great detail in the webinar, but I'm going to talk about it all this week because I want you to I'm going to throw down some nuggets. I want you to see the difference. One of the reasons why keto is great is because it takes fat and gives it, it puts it back into the department of, all this low fat, no fat garbage. It just completely gets rid of that. When we have fat in our diet, not only are we satiated, but our brains are fired up. Our brains require fat. Our brains require hydration. This is why you feel better when you hydrate a lot. Hey, Flynn, remember that? Flynn was talking with her hot seat about how much better she felt from just drinking water, and it got rid of a pain that she'd had forever and ever. It is so interesting when you start to connect with doing just a little bit better, how just one little thing like hydration can completely change everything, And that's why I want to talk about this, because here's the thing with keto. It doesn't work for everyone. And at the end of the day, sometimes it starts working and then it stops working. And you want to know why? Because keto can be inflammatory. And if you've been on Pinterest, you've seen it. Tons and tons and tons and tons. All these pinned recipes and keto fat bombs and snacks and all of that, ignoring some basic science about hunger hormones and keeping the inflammation going, simply because there's not enough green in there. So what we do is we take the principle of good, healthy fat and we pare it down a little bit, not nearly as much fat as, say, a keto diet would offer. And I found that for women over a certain age, like 35 and over, our digestive capabilities go down a little bit. And so having that much fat causes gallbladder issues and pain, or if you don't have a gallbladder, still causes digestive issues, or if you have digestive issues, exacerbates it. We don't need that. We just need to have good, healthy fat in our diets and where we're satiated, where there's enough. But we do what we call target trifecta. Target trifecta. In other words, protein, fat, and fiber in the form of grain. Those three things are needle movers, because when we do this, we are satiated, We have honored our plates, we have honored our bodies, and it makes all the difference in the world. Yes. The increase in vegetables is just everything. And we do it with our bone broth soup that we make, the hot melt soup. We do it with the salad. And we do it with our Target Trifecta smoothie, where we've got, talk about, you want to talk green? Well, first of all, you've got a scoop of Just Juice veggies and 7 to 9 servings of fruit and vegetables. You've got a handful of baby spinach in there and another little touch of green, which also accelerates metabolism and fat burning. You've got a little bit of matcha tea in there. And the flavor is really good. I like it best with vanilla. Some people, what are you doing? My brain requires fat. My booty has some to do. Sarah. Oh my goodness. I needed that. Thank you for that. But this is why we say no to keto and we just tone everything down. And we take away from keto that fat element that is so good for us because it does make us feel better. The other thing is the inflammation factor. Well, there's a lot of dairy, lots of cheese, lots of sour cream. And then you got the cheese and the sour cream and the bacon and the this and the that. And we're not really getting into food that is nutritionally supportive of the life you want to lead. If you want a vibrant life, you're going to have to fuel your mitochondria, which are the little tiny powerhouses that are inside each and every cell in your body. Now, when we feed the mitochondria, when they become energetic and happy, what do you think happens to the rest of us? They're so great. They feel so good. So the next part of this whole thing is as we go through and say, okay, not this part of keto, but we'll take this part and we're going to add in this part with lots of green. We're putting in a lot of fiber. And that fiber is important for making you feel satiated and for your digestion. So all of these things work together to help out. But the other thing, and this is a basic thing, and I hope that you take this little nugget. If you haven't heard this before, I know this is really going to help you out. Here it is. You've got hunger hormones. This is a back to basics thing. We all have hunger hormones. You know how when you feel hungry all the time and you just like eat, eat, eat? Well, that's the little ghrelin, hunger hormone, that can get out of control. And then there's leptin, which can also get out of control because as we start to lose weight, leptin gets broken, unfortunately. That's why we have Leptifix, which is an amazing supplement in our shop. But as we are trying to correct our hunger hormones, we do that by stopping all the eating all the time. We do it with intermittent fasting, 12 hours, 12 hours, no eating. Easy. Don't snack after dinner. And then, so that say you're done with dinner at 7 o'clock the next morning, you've had 12 hours. That resets those hunger hormones. Isn't that great? That resets the hunger hormones. So that's going to be really great, number one. Number two, the other thing that it's going to help you with is get that appetite back into control. Because I know what it feels like to have a raging appetite. And also, I know what it feels like to have your cravings just completely out of control. I'll show you too. I'm going to just show you something. This is a basic. This is back to basics. If you have crazy cravings and you've just gone crazy over these cravings and you just feel like, I just can't do this, then you need some, this is L-glutamine. It's an amino acid. You take it, put it on your finger, put it on your tongue, teeth, gums, and it instantaneously cuts off the craving. Instantaneously. So I have women walking around with little plastic bags of this, and it looks like they're doing some kind of illicit drug. I always worry about people getting pulled over or stopped or whatever, but it's just an amazing tool. And then it also helps to heal your gut. So you have it in your Target Trifecta smoothie. You have it on your desk to help with cravings. Yes, I have it on my desk to help with cravings. We all get them from time to time. And sometimes it's physiological, sometimes it's psychological, but either way, it works. Unbelievable. And as you're making this transition from being a sugar burner to being a fat burner, that's the whole goal behind the sprint, you start to feel better. You start to have more energy. You're getting the green in, you're getting the nutrition optimized. You've got your cravings under control. You're not eating all the time. You're not being a slave or a prisoner, really, to what your body's telling you to do. And having that control is what it's all about. Because if we don't have control, we can't do anything. We can't do anything. The snacks switch needs to flip off. Yes. Yeah. I mean, the snack switch, have you ever been obsessed with just thinking about food all the time? Or food addiction? I mean, I'm speaking from experience here, right? Speaking from experience. That's why this sprint is a back to basics, because it's going to get you back in control. And you're thinking, well, what does this have to do with the rest of my life? Keep thinking about this. When you're in control of the food, when you're powering your life with the right food, and you're no longer being held hostage by your hunger hormones dragging you around, and then you're having the guilt and the regret, the carousel of crazy, of bad decision making with food, that's what the sprint does. It's corrective and it's free. So if you don't have your sprint, go to savingdinner.com/sprint, and you'll see the Hot Milk Sprint Hub with all the resources, everything there to help you get it together. And if you haven't yet done it with the sprint, with the Target Trifecta smoothie, we have two options. You can do it with scrambled eggs and the spinach, or you can do it with the smoothie. I strongly suggest you give the smoothie a shot this time. It's amazing. It will keep you full for hours, and it hits all the high notes. And it will help you to not only stay in control of everything, but it's going to help you when it's time to take your supplements and everything. It makes you feel virtuous, doesn't it? Yes, Allison just said it. Can't wait to have that empowered feeling again, because that's the whole thing. And Sarah says grazing's her biggest downfall, like a Roomba that activates when fruit is present. I know, it's totally true. Like a Hoover, right? It goes. But we're not baby cows. We don't need to be out in pasture grazing continually. That's what wrecks your hunger hormones. That's what makes you feel bad. And then we have this inner dialogue. We talked a lot about inner and outer dialogues that we have, and how important it is to really be saying the right thing to yourself. Being enough is part of that whole thing. But I'm going to tell you right now that when we correct with food, then we start to correct our lives as well. Our choices become different. The things we choose to do are different. And it all starts with food. It all starts with this 7-day plan. This is why I say, let's get back to basics. Getting rid of the inflammation, getting rid of the cravings, getting your metabolism revved up again. I can't tell you how many women have said, I just can't lose weight. I've never been able to lose weight. Well, check out the sprint. It is free. Watch what it does, because that's one of the things that it does. It rehydrates you, because we put you back in control, and then, you've got your hot melt mix, which really helps you to not feel crappy as you're making that transition from sugar burner to fat burner. No keto, this is the antidote, right, to the keto flu. If any of you have ever had that, it's just awful. Puts mindfulness back. That plate is thought through. That plate is balanced, and you're in control of all of it. And you're thinking about your food, you're thinking about it with gratitude. So when people say, what does this have to do with my goals and getting my life in order? It has everything to do with it, because this is the balance that we all need. We talked about I am enough on Saturday, right? Because that was everything. And then Joanne is a perfect example. And here it is. I'm going to show this again. She sent me this lovely card and this little guide, which I have been using for my files. I used it for all of my stuff to get myself ready for Full Bloom and all the research. But in this, she said exactly the thing that I wanted to say. I wanted you to understand. She said, I remember joining your sprint to lose weight, and I had no idea that our lives crossing all these many years ago would bring so much change into my life. We start with food. You're going to eat. Every single day you're going to eat. Wouldn't you love your choices to be the right choices? Wouldn't you love to feel good in your own skin, and knowing that every single day that you make these choices is the best choice for you? That's what I want for you, because that's the beginning of vibrancy, is getting that together. This is a basic. This is a very, very basic. And, of course, you're going to get the best nutrition that I can possibly think of to put in and create for the sprint. I have supplements. They are all designed to support this sprint. I have all the things in place and in line and ready for you. But here's the thing. When you understand that this 7 days has the ability to be the gateway for you to completely change everything in your life, let's just start there. Are we clear? Can we pinky up on that one? I want you to have what you want to have in your life. I want you to have the clarity and the vibrancy. I want you to have everything so that you're saying, my life is delicious. I want you to be this person that you're running like you're on fire toward your wildest dreams. We're here on purpose and for purpose. Amen? We are. So let's fuel our lives optimally. Optimally. This is free. Absolutely 100% free. You should be getting this, going to savingdinner.com/sprint. You should be sending out this link to all of your friends and bringing your people in, creating a small community of people who are doing this with you, and then get on it with us. Every single day we're here doing this work. Every single day we're here supporting you. But we got to start at the beginning. We got to fuel your vibrant life. And this is the very best I have, and I don't charge for it. So get on it. Who's in? 2 weeks? You want to sprint for 2 weeks? And then I'm going to, of course, be demanding that you be drinking champagne with me on my birthday. All right? Demanding, because that's how I roll. Yes, we did. Let's beat that. As a group, look at you, Joanne. We lost 224 pounds as a group sprinting in January of 2021. Let us beat that. What if we doubled down on that? What if we doubled up? Right now we have 2,900 people in the sprint group. What if we had 5,000 people in there? You could bring them in. Just as simple and easy. It's free, for heaven's sakes. And Carol's got her pinkies up. Amy, Joanne, Carla, Lucy. Come on, guys. This is the beginning of your life. I want you to run toward your wildest dreams. We can't run if you don't have the energy for it. You ready? Who's with me? Come on, there it is. There it is, girlfriends. There it is. I had a tremendous time with you on Saturday, and if you weren't there, you missed out. I'm going to give you a little FOMO right now, but you can still, get the second best thing is to get it now and to be a part of it, because you will see what I mean when you go in there. You'll also have an opportunity to, now is the time to get your journal. May 15th, we're doing the workshop, and you want to be a part of this. And it's for journal keepers, journal havers. So go to savingdinner.com/journal to get on with it. You ready? Who's ready? There they are. There we go. Ooh, Beverly's, gosh, she's going hardcore. Beverly's going to go 3 weeks. Oh my goodness. Anyway, this is the first day of the best of your life. There you go. That's so good, Sarah. I love that. And I love you. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to keep on this all this week about getting back to basics. Sometimes you just have to remember it all starts with food. Peace be with you. I appreciate you so much. And I'll see you tomorrow for Tuesday's transformational tip. Bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.